I think the cavemen had it right. We'd go out, we'd be focused, we'd go hunt for the animals, we'd spend most of the day out. And finally, after completing our goal of killing the animal, or finding the food, or finding a new place to stay, finding shelter, or finding something to build something new, to push our tribe forward, we would come back to the tribe and present it to everyone. And everyone would get their fair share. We would provide and we would protect for everyone in our tribe, everyone in our village, everyone that we knew in that period of time. There was no cell phones, there was no warm beds, there was no PCs, there was no video games. But there was simply that, the joining of goals and ambitions. Everyone simply had one goal, which was to push the tribe forward, to make sure everyone lived, that make sure that everyone survived. Now, why do I talk about this? Even though the title is obviously talking about taking opportunities. Well, last year, summer, I accepted an invite to the Africa Eswatini expedition for 2 weeks. I'd taken into account that I wanted to do this, my parents brought it up to me, and I'd taken the opportunity to do this. And I found out that a couple of my other friends, who are very close friends of mine, were also doing it at the same time. Whilst I might say, oh, it's because they went, that's what made it better. The trip itself was the ultimate dopamine detox. I know you've heard about that term get thrown around, like Hamza said it, or First Man said it, or this person said it, or this person said it. But no one has truly done that 2-week ultimate dopamine detox that I did while I was in Africa. No one has. And I wish it could have lasted longer, because by the end of the 2 weeks, I wish I would have stayed longer. And as much as I would have hoped that all the habits I made there, I would have kept it while I came back to the UK, it was kind of hard to not get caught on by the algorithm again. But why do I say that that was the ultimate dopamine detox? Well, there was no Wi-Fi. Like when you're camping in the wild, you have no warm bed, you have no comfort, you have no data, you have no Wi-Fi, and that might be scary to some of you. Like when I went to go to the toilet, I couldn't just start watching YouTube videos. I had to scroll through my photos for most of the time so I could get some entertainment. There's something about sleeping in a tent with some people that you enjoy being around. But in your sleeping bag, in the freezing cold of Africa at night, the thing is, right, with the weather, you expect it to be really hot, right? Mornings, freezing, evenings, freezing, afternoon, pretty good weather. But when it came to evenings, bro, I was wearing 6 layers of clothes. I'd wear 6 layers here, 6 layers on the bottom. And I would wear like 3 layers of socks with my sleeping bag on top. And gloves on. But I was freezing. It was cold. You could barely sleep. I got really ill during this time as well. So when I tried to sleep, I couldn't. So I had to have to sleep on one side, like on my side, of the nose which was, blocked. I would sleep on the other side, which one wasn't. So that this would drip down to this side, and I could breathe through this nose which I was trying to sleep on. It was weird, some voodoo shit, but it worked, and it made sure that I could actually sleep well. And although that was happening, every day I woke up at 5 a.m. while everyone else was asleep until 7. I'd made a goal that I would do 200 to 300 push-ups every single day while I was there. And I woke up at 5 a.m. every single day, no matter how cold it was, to get at least 100 of my push-ups done. There was one day where I woke up at 4:30, went to the pool nearby. I know you're thinking, oh, is it dopamine detox? Well, one of the days was like a relax and recovery day before we went off to the Kruger National Park for our R&R, rest and relaxation. And this was after like our massive trek, our project in the village, and just overall just being fucking dirty. So I had the place that we stayed before our R&R, there was a little pool. This was freezing in the morning, so I would go out, do like 50 push-ups, get in, cold dip in the pool. Out, 50 push-ups, cold dip in the pool. And it was just about being up in that morning. That just felt really amazing. I would really get up just to see the sunrises every single day in Africa. I really experienced like real nature. And it was, I could say it's like so enlightening, but it was genuinely so fulfilling knowing that being away from like modern urban society, Western society, to go to a place where that wasn't possible, where I couldn't be on my phone, where I couldn't be on like playing video games, or like I couldn't be being in my warm bed or messaging my friends. It's like I was just there. So the only things I could do was spend the time with the people around me and enjoy the place where I was in. No matter how cold it got, no matter how hard or how annoying it got, I still pushed through. Even though I had the people I liked to be around me, I still got to make great relationships with people who I wouldn't have thought would have been great friends before. That trip in itself took out everything that was dopamine related. No phones, so that means obviously no social media, nothing like that. I had no warm bed, I had no warm showers. And most of this is like grim as fuck, but like a lot of the days while we were at the NCP village, which was like the orphan village, we didn't shower. We didn't shower at all. We were getting all grimy and gross, and we'd still go and pickaxe the hole and still go build the foundation for the kitchenette, no matter what was happening. That's what we called real dedication, real motivation, real testosterone in our bodies, and just real excitement, enthusiasm to learn something new, to experience something new. The one piece of practical advice I can give you is like to take everything out of your mind that has to do with monk mode, that has everything to do with, oh, I need to stay inside and not do anything and work hard. Like, first of all, if you're as old as me, 18, younger, you don't know what there is to work on yet. You haven't given yourself enough opportunity, enough experience to figure out, okay, I like this or I don't like this. It's great starting out with the self-improvement habits, getting your mental health in check, going to the gym, but you don't know what to work on yet. You can say, oh, I want to work on my copywriting, or I want to work on my this or this, but you don't know what path you really want to go down because you haven't experienced enough, and I haven't either. So I don't know where it is that I'd like to go down. I don't know where it is that what I'm going to end up doing, but I know that I'm going to take the opportunities that come to me and try everything that I can to gain some experience so I can find what I like and what I don't like and what I don't want to do and what I do want to do. So the only practical thing I can give you is that any opportunity that is thrown at you, as long as it's not anything stupid, like don't go and do porn or some shit like that, but any opportunity that is reasonable, go and do it. And if it's something that you haven't done, go and do it. I haven't been clubbing before. I haven't gone out on pub nights. I'm going on holiday with my friends when it hits summer. They want to do all of that. And I was thinking, oh, I'm just going to stay back and be all monk mode and alpha and shit. And everyone validates that, but go and experience it. Experience the club setting. Experience the pub setting. You might enjoy something. It doesn't mean to continue go out and being degenerate, like drink and drugs and stuff. It's like, experience it at least once. It's the same way that, oh, I don't want to work a 9-to-5 job, or I don't want to work like this. Like, bro, experience it. You have to dip your toe into this thing before you decide, okay, I don't want to do it. Ever since the self-improvement position came about, it was all about, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to do this. It's always been streamlined. But the thing is, it's a lot of young people who are getting into it, and you don't know what to streamline down because you haven't experienced enough. Everyone is unique in their own way. So if you base off what you want to do based on what someone else has told you they want, that you should do, how do you know that's the path that you genuinely want to go down? Because you're unique yourself. You are you. You are the first version of you. You're the only human of you that has ever existed in the entire history of human history. That may have not made, there may have been a bit of waffle, but you are so unique that there's not been a singular person like you ever in human history. That's essentially what I'm saying. So you're unique to you. There's always going to be something different about how you approach things, what you like, what you don't like, compared to what other people say. You can take what other people say, you can take the advice, and you can use it to mold your own conclusion. So it doesn't mean to go around and just head off into the fucking blindness to find something. Like, you're gonna fail a fuck ton more than if you just listen to some people. It's the same way that, I'll give you an example. When I was preparing for my first driving lesson, I would watch all these YouTube videos like, oh, this is how I do this, I can impress him, because like, I know what to do. When it got to the lesson, and I was trying to show him, oh, this is how I do this, or this is how I start the car. Most of the things that I showed him that I knew how to do from looking at those videos, I didn't know how to do. I tried to learn myself, I tried to get some, theory, but when it came to the practical experience, he taught me something more than anything I could learn from simply just theory. So everything I'd learned before had to be debunked and learned again, because I was learning from someone else. So it's not always about trying to get all the theory and this and this and this. Go and get some practical experience. Once you get the practical experience, once you get this experience, this opportunity, then you can create a path that you can go down, that you can succeed in. Because you will never succeed as much as someone else succeeded down another path. You have to find your own path, and I know that might seem a bit hypocritical from some people watching this, because you'd be like, oh, but you act like Hamza all the time. But I'm not even trying to. I'm trying to find myself when I'm making these videos, and hopefully I'm getting better at that when I make these videos. I simply want to help you out, tell you what has been helping me to try find some sort of pathway of what I want to go down. And I want that to be you, where you take more experience than maybe I have in my younger years. So while you're younger than me, take more experience, take more opportunities, learn more. That's when you can really find the streamlined path that you want to go down. Do that instead of wasting your time like, oh, I'm going to do this because he told me to do this. I went to Hustlers University. Like, find what it is by taking experience and opportunities, creating your own path and segment that you can be happy following. Thank you for listening to me. Go get that shit, man.